We've got beautiful sunshine today and a very, very grubby little Jubbers. He's still got Hoytz's breakfast all over his back. I think I might take this rug off for the day because these two are heading out to the orchard for the day. And in fact, they're going to stay out there for the night because it's going to be dry, nice weather. They can get a bit of grass in their bellies, and it means that we can keep Hannes and Annie in their house and garden overnight to keep them nice and clean and dry, ready for tomorrow. So he might be grubby, but look how well he's walking in those little booties of his. So much more comfortable. I have just put his muzzle on, just to be on the safe side, because we don't want him getting lammy from any of the fresh grass coming through. The girls and I are all looking at me expectantly, wondering why I've not got their breakfast this morning. I'll be down with it shortly. But we've got Hannafins here, because as you know, one of the gates got broken in the whole drama with Iceolander and Vienna. So we've got a nice new gate here, because this one, although it's just the top rail that was damaged, by the time we'd bought a new rail, got somebody in to fix it all, it was going to cost as much as a new gate. So we thought the best thing to do was just buy a direct replacement. So no destroying this one, please. Look how grubby you all are. Don't they look beautiful this morning? They may be grubby, but I think they're quite happy. Well, they will be once I bring their breakfast down. You can just see up the top there where the digger is. Tony's been taking down part of that wall today, and we're going to be putting a double gateway in, because where he's been doing the work on the drainage outside the shippen, it just seems like a natural entrance point for the next part of the track system. Wouldn't it be nice to get steps coming down over here, coming down to the right of that holly tree, across that bottom wall, in through this gateway, around the edge of the field, down to the shelter here, and then out through this gateway, have a track all along the side of the hedge, all the way round, and have it joining up, so there's a circular route round this field and then a track that takes them back up to the yard. So although I thought that we'd start on the tracks at the top of the farm, the way that it's panning out right now, it looks like this is the most natural place to start. And particularly having had these guys in here, and obviously we don't want them to go through the field, into the field at the moment because it's so boggy. They can move around in here, but they're not getting as many steps in and as much movement as I'd like them to be getting. So having those tracks for the winter months would really help them out.
Yeah.
Having a fun few moments in the office this morning.
Oh, no, you're putting me on again.
I am putting you on again. Kathy is doing an amazing job of keeping on top of all the accounts. And now you've done something extra special for us, haven't you?
Dear me. Well,
What have you done?
Look at these 3 smart folders.
Well, we've now got compliance, Black Horses Health and Safety and Animal Welfare Compliance file. And then we have
oh my goodness.
We've had all these things in the
all
past.
the completed records
you know.
and inspection logs.
Yeah, but they were all over the place, weren't they? And you've organised
And then
everything.
we have personnel records and volunteer records.
Oh my
With all the
goodness.
That you need to read aside.
We need some wings. We need some
Yeah,
wings for
yeah.
the
So,
family.
Kathy, you told me that I had some bedtime reading.
I did.
I don't generally read. I edit
did.
at night. Can you put it all in a video and then I'll watch it instead?
It looks worse than what it is.
I'm sure it does. It's all very important stuff.
Yeah.
I must be serious now.
It is.
I know it's important stuff.
It is.
But you know, I like to make light of these things.
And thank you to Kathy for going to the effort to do this, to make everything compliant.
Absolutely.
And for it to be signed and thank
No,
you.
but as I say, we have been compliant because otherwise we wouldn't have got through our inspections.
No.
I've kind of winged it a little bit for several years,
And
you
the
know.
night before the inspections is normally a little stressful, isn't it, to
No.
find the paperwork,
Oh,
to make sure the
no,
forms
it's
are
usually sat somewhere
And here
somewhere
it is.
like around here, but now it's all organised.
What we need to do is a working, like the new people that come on board.
Yeah.
They'll need to sign documents to say that they're volunteers and they understand the health and safety aspect of everything.
Okay,
Like an induction process.
yeah. I'm so glad that you deal with all of this and I don't have to anymore. Can I go back to playing with horses now? Thanks. Is that the lunchtime feed trolley?
Yes, we have to keep everybody happy.
It's very important to keep everyone happy.
Uber soup and Nikas, and then we've got Hidders. A Hidder has to have lots of things to keep him entertained, stop him from stealing Nikas, and then Nero gets a sweet too because otherwise he'll be upset.
Yeah, we can't have Nero upset, can we?
No, he's got to be happy.
He's not kicking on a gate yet though.
No, he's very happy there.
You
He
see-
came down for a drink and he was like, oh,
They're just loving the sunshine.
Yeah.
We're all loving the sunshine today.
it makes you just want to walk, doesn't it? Just
Yeah.
walk everywhere.
Frey's managed to escape from the office. You're doing final preparations for tomorrow, making sure that the bridles are sparkling. Annie's getting annoyed because I've stopped, because every time I carry on trimming her face and get distracted by something, she gets cross. So the latest distraction was Sam on the phone, who was supposed to be coming on Friday, but he's now coming at 8 o'clock on Thursday morning. You know, just to keep us all on our toes, because, yeah, we like early starts. But we're all very excited for Annie because she's been wanting to get on a trailer or the lorry for so long, hasn't she, Frey? So she is going to go on a road trip. You don't know it yet, Annie? Or you probably do, because you do understand every word.
Yeah. But she doesn't know where.
No, she
She
doesn't.
doesn't know the location.
No, or what it's for.
No.
But she'll be very proud. Oh, look.
But you're gonna look very pretty and clean, sparkly.
I know. You see, the thing is, when it's warm and sunny, it's lovely, but it makes their hair stand up on end as well, as they absorb the heat. So you look even floofier than you did yesterday.
A bit like your wifey. You're a bit of like
You're right. She's a bit of a Doubtson colour, isn't she?
Quite banana-ish at the men.
But she'll look gleaming by tomorrow. Annie's first to the coffee table. Lunchtime coffee, because she heard I had blueberries here. And look, we've got Jodie and Mabel back with Jim. So Jodie's been giving Hannes a nice bath, so he's drying in the sunshine now. There's Frey and Molly. And then we've got Ian, who's working with Michael down the bottom. Oh, there's Michael down the bottom with the cement mixer. And then we've got that gateway being created over here by Tony. So Hannes has had his bath. He's just drying out. You take him for a little walk.
Yeah, I'll take you for a little walk there. Well, actually, to be fair, I'll just go in the arena.
Yeah.
I'm just going to do a little bit of something with
Yeah.
him. Just stretch him and...
You can't find a quiet spot round here at the moment. So you can see how curly his coat is after his bath. But once he's dry, that'll hopefully all smooth out. Jim's supervising as usual. I'm going to sneak up on Molly here because I know if she knows that I'm watching, she'll get a bit anxious, but she's in the arena with Vienna and just ahead of Sam coming on Thursday morning. Oh, she's spotted me. I was just saying I was sneaking up on you so that you didn't get nervous that I was watching. So Molly's just brought Vienna in the arena just to teach her a little bit about the groundwork that we do. So will she relax when you touch her neck? Oh, perfect. So she's a quick learner. So that's
very quick.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the first step in learning is learning that when you touch the neck, they just drop their head and neck down, because Frisians are renowned for putting their head and neck up in the air and then pushing forward and walking over the top of you. And you know, we know that she's been to various places, she's done driving, she's done some riding, but even those of ours that had done that for years, like Renska, you know, she struggled with this whole letting go of the tension through her neck. So Molly's done a little bit of that with her, and then the next step is to teach her to not do that, to not walk into your space. So you see how Molly just flicked the rope at her and she stepped back. And then the next step will be getting her to move back a little bit more and then following without any pressure. That's good in itself. So, you know, she may well have done this in her past. But this is a nice little reminder for her, as I say, before Sam comes on Thursday morning. But I think you'll agree she's looking really well. But in particular, one of the things I want Sam to look at is just the level of her pelvis behind. And obviously we'll show you that once he's been. There's Vienna and Inna heading back down to the boys' turnout. We're not going to rename it their turnout. We'll keep it as the boys' turnout. And there you can see the other gates that were delivered by Hannafins this morning. They're the ones that are going to go across that new entrance. Annie's all bathed up, she's drying out in the sunshine now. Hannes is nearly dry. Hida's wanting to know why he's not able to get involved, and it was all peaceful here with the horses. And then Nero joined us. And because it's such a beautiful day, Molly's decided to give him a bit of a rinse off. He had poo all over his face, and he's already being demanding about where he wants the water, whether it's in his mouth or down his leg. You're quite dry at the moment, Molly. How come? Yeah, that won't last long.
It's all good practice. You happy now?
Yeah, he's not scraping the ground now, so he's clearly happy now. Just don't get Hannes wet, because it's taken him all afternoon to dry, and he dries really, really curly. You can see how curly his coat is because it's so long. So I'm just running the comb through it, lifting out a little bit more and trying to get it to dry nice and straight.
What is that coming off you?
Oh, Hida, do you want a Molly shower next?
We had one on Friday.
You did have one on Friday, but you know, it's Tuesday now.
Any day shower. There we go. Sorry, Hannah.
Frey's got everything organised for tomorrow. What have you got there, Frey? Yeah, so we've got a nice Pretty Me grooming kit to make them all sparkly and clean. We've got muck chug, nice head collars, Noodles. He's much more relaxed than she was this morning. You've had Hidda for company today, haven't you? While Nero was out on the track. No, he was out on grass, wasn't he? Next to Uber. Yes, we need to give this a little bit of a clean up because it's looking a little dry, but her eye is looking fantastic. There's other interesting things going on over here. Looks like all the scaffolding on the corner of the barn's coming down. So we're going to be able to get a look. Very beautiful. It's been rebuilt. That looks so neat and tidy now compared to the rest. So this is what it looks like from the other side. And where those bricks are, there's a brick there and a brick over there. That's where the gate stoops are going to go. But this field has been really difficult to walk through or let animals through forever. But we've now got this lovely level path going down here. And the reason that this needed to be done in the first place is because at some point we're going to need to get a new septic tank just to manage all the waste from all the buildings here. And this is where all the drainage has been put in and connected, as I said before, to collect all the wastewater that comes off the yard, from the house, what's going to come from the shippen, the cottage. So it's all connected down here now. But this is where, once this is all reinstated back here, which will happen after the building inspector's been tomorrow, it just seems to make perfect sense to put the steps in down here and get this all connected. So there's a lot that I need to think through, and I believe that this needs to just sit and settle over the summer before any surface could be put down on it that would make it suitable to use throughout the winter. But it's certainly looking a lot tidier, and it just sort of helps to shape the vision of what we can do here over the coming 12 months. Hannes, you get to share a bedroom with Annie tonight. What do you think? So they're going to stay in here so they stay nice and clean to make preparations in the morning a little quicker. See, Annie will be nice to you, Hannes. What have you spotted? I'm not sure that Annie's going to be that keen on being contained, though. We'll see. At least she's got a different view. You've got a bedroom for the night, sweetheart. Quick, go in before Hannes eats all the haylage. Don't know that you've been in here, Annie, have you? Are you going to be brave? Go on, take a look inside. I might even put your solarium on, as you're both still a little damp. Annie's not quite brave enough to come in. your jumper. We'll put that on later once the sun's gone in. You look a little confused, Annie. You ventured in now. You enjoying the solarium? Yeah? I promise you can go back to free reigning tomorrow. Although I think you rather like it in here. Oh, Hoytsy's had a lovely time. He's nice and clean one side. Very grubby the other. Jubbers, you just look dead cute with your little heart and your little J on your bottom. Enjoy your night on the town.
I wake up in the morning with a smile on my face, feeling thankful for the love and the happiness we chase. Sun is shining brightly, sky so blue and clear. With every breath I take, I'm grateful you are near. So grateful, yeah. Thank you for the laughter, thank you for the tears. Thank you for the moments that we hold dear. Thank you for the love, thank you for the light. I'm grateful every day. You make my world so bright, oh so bright. The world can be a crazy place without